freestyle spoken word artist, and I'm going to tell you a story about a homeless man I met in Berlin who I truly believe is a prophet. I think on the first time I ever really opened up deep generational trauma, I decided I just need to leave my house in the middle of the night. I packed a bag. I put tarot cards, a Polaroid camera, change of clothes, juggling balls. I didn't know what my ancestors needed, but they needed something, okay? And I'm smoking some special cigarettes, legitimately cigarettes my friend bought from Brazil for me. And if you wonder why the youth still smokes, it's because we've internalized the messaging of our elders that the burning of the world is our sole responsibility. So I'm smoking these cigarettes, I'm walking down the street, I'm just trembling, I don't know what's going on. And this guy comes up to me, and he seems to only speak German, but he clearly wants a smoke. And you know, it doesn't matter how special the smoke is. You got a smoke, you give a guy a smoke, so you give him the smoke. And he smokes it, and he goes, obrigado. And I don't speak Portuguese, but I try to learn how to say thank you in all of my friends' tongues, and I recognize the gesture. He recognizes this smoke is from Brazil, and he knew how to respond to that better than I did. And we become smoking buddies. Every time I'm walking down the street, I see him, he sees me, he gives me a smoke, I give him a smoke, we become fast friends. Issue is, this dude does not speak English. I see him talk to people in Italian, I see him talk to people in French, in German, in Portuguese, but he never speaks English. 2 months later, the first time I ever hear him speak English fluently, we're sitting down having a beer, and he turns to me and he goes, "Do you read the news?" And I'm just shocked. I'm like, I'm a political science major. I try to. I mean, damn. And he goes, you know, it's kind of hard for me, given all the context and all, to stay up to date on information. But I collect newspapers. I use them as blankets, and I try and stay involved. I try and know what's going on. I think we all have this responsibility to know what's happening in the world. Don't you agree? And I'm still trying to comprehend this man I've smoked with for 2 months speaks English, and I'm just nodding like, yes, I agree. You're right. And he goes, but there's something more important than reading the news. Don't you know what that is? And I'm like, no. He's, well, love. Obviously, it's love. When you fall in love, you have a responsibility to be free of the world, to fall into that, to feel that, to just carry that emotion. But you have to come back. You have a responsibility to go, and you have a responsibility to feel that. But then you have to come back to reading the news and come back to the world, and you have to know that you have to carry what you've learned and loved back to the news. And this is what I want to share with you, this lesson I learned from a homeless man who people labeled as schizophrenic. This weekend has been beautiful. It has been incredible to live in love with you for 4 days. But after this, we have to go back to the world. And we have to go back to reading the news. And we have to take whatever generational trauma we might still be working through and meet it with love. So thank you.